Good day everyone, I am Marian Choi Bilusbog, and today we will be talking about the breaststroke swimming, specifically the breathing techniques. So we breathe 24 hours a day, but breathing while swimming is said to be one of the most technical and challenging parts of the sports. Therefore, it is very important to work on it, especially that we are beginners. So in this video, we will find out the breathing techniques that we should apply in a breaststroke swimming style, which will be further discussed with my co-reporters. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Now let's proceed to definition. So breaststroke swimming, a swimming stroke in which the arms extended in front of the head and sweep back on the other side while the legs are drawn up beneath the body and thrust back together. And the next one is the breathing technique. So an exercise intended to promote effective and healthy breathing and breath control. So it is important to have a proper breathing, especially exhaling, provides a lot of benefits for swimmers, and it helps you to swim faster.
These are some essential facts and informations on how to breathe and breaststroke swimming. So as you can see, there are three phases within the stroke cycle. First, we have the start, the mid-cycle, and finish. So throughout the entire stroke cycle, the swimmers or you will be exhaling on the start and rise up your head out of the water to take a breath. And in the mid-cycle, this is when the inhaling occurs, and follow that through by finishing with an exhale, which is the most significant part as you end up releasing the air so we can invite the air back and we won't feel out of breathing while swimming. Okay, now let's move on to the important points for effective breaststroke breathing. So first, we need to practice or rehearse in place. So we can do this before proceeding to the full stroke. Second, we need to have a perfect timing. It is because we need to make the breath early and quick while doing this type of swimming style. And lastly, we should have a correct entry and head position. It is when keeping our head lower, our arms quick and parallel. So we should always remember that if you intend to swim regularly, it's best not to use this type of swimming style or the breaststroke style where you keep your head above the water all the time. This is because the swimmers using this style also have the habit of looking towards the pool end, and by doing so, they are craning their neck, and over time this can lead to neck problems. So for additional tips, we should not hold our breath as it can make us more tenser, which we try to avoid while swimming.
So, breaststroke breathing is one of the easiest breathing technique in swimming. For you to acquire breaststroke breathing cycle, you can practice the correct entry of your arm, which it should be parallel, and as well with your head position that is staying low. Then it is followed by the timing of breath, which you can do the early and quick breathing timing or technique. At the moment na magsistay low yung head mo sa water, you need to apply the arm and leg technique, which is been reported and explained by the other reporters. And the moment na you lift your head above the water, that is the perfect timing to do the early and quick breathing before going back again sa water, so that you can perform or to have a perfect cycle on how to execute the breathing effectively. And the more practices you do, the more timing you get.
breaststroke and breathing is one of easiest breathing among swimming styles. The breathing techniques can be related to the breaststroke arm cycle. When competitive swimming began, and while the front crawl is popular because it is fast and the most popular swimming stroke of all. So, the breaststroke is one of the most simple swimming techniques to breathe of the water for a certain. So, portion of the time, because breathing and breaststroke is the most popular recreational style. So, and also breathing and breaststroke is the most difficult stroke in swimming and use it correctly. So breaststroke uses different parts of body. It helps building strength, power, and endurance. So the next is the conclusion. So breaststroke is likely the most technical stroke in swimming, making it important to learn how to swim the breaststroke. Luckily, a technical stroke is possible to make greater improvement. So breathing technique of the breaststroke is much better. So cardiovascular workout than the other stroke, and it helps strengthen heart and lungs. So that's all. Thank you.